Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play, and losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Raiders have got him. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
They'll look to throw here. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a 4th-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Cousins. Completes it to Aguilar. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Now the veteran workhorse is James Conner.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing, Cousins. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Play fake, Cousins.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Ready, 45, white.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
Flush to his right. And running with power here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more time.
And they won't.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Tyler Lockett. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10.
Cousins on first down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The numbers for Andrews last week.
5 catches, 65 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On second down, and it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks, and, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Right, 97. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Odell Beckham, 32 yards.
And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Aguilar.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Now Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, break.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. You look at this Raiders defense.
They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Oh, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
Cousins now.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a 1st down. Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Cousins. Man open left side is Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
He's going to get this complete here to lock it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Odell Beckham doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Steelers just continue to roll. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
McManus's point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
In motion right is Aguilar.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
At both times, I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the first half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes as this drive starts 1st and 10.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
First down, here's Cousins. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10 is Conner.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the run.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throwing is Cousins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Oh, Andrews has it. What a catch. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. A short throw caught by Andrews. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Jakeem Grant. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
McManus's point after is good, and a route is on here in this 1st half. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. To throw is Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. To throw, Cousins. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Justin Houston able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Sheldon Rankins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away.
Now it's Lockett.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Raiders.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Cousins to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Cousins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Justin Houston able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable for Lockett. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. On the delay, it's Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. So that now 6 touchdowns for him on the ground here so far this year, Charles. And it's week 3. What kind of a season might he be embarking on?
Well, we both know it helps to have fresh legs early. And they're going to ride him a lot as this year goes on. But one other thing to keep in mind, as you keep having success, you actually have built up some momentum. Your body responds to that as well. So I see no reason for this to slow down anytime soon.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Once again, they run with Mixon.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Beckham. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He completes it to Beckham. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Joe Mixon.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Cousins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Justin Fields, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, another doubleheader. Philly and Tampa at 7:15, followed by the Super Bowl rematch from a couple of years ago. The Rams and Bengals from Cincinnati.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.